Going live. Yay! We're live.
Yay.
I
I
oh
think I'll be
man.
able to see the chat at the side. I'm not sure about this.
I
No.
don't know. I don't think so. See, that's why I didn't want to do it. I think, we have to kind of switch it where, next week I get to go off my iPad, but now I'm downstairs now, so the lighting is sort of okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to. I can't see anything or anybody in the room or anything.
Jens is here. Toadstool Tarot is here.
Hi,
Simon is here.
Jens. Sending you love.
Robin is here. Anita Evans is here. Aw. So many people are here. Damn. Like a lot. Okay.
So, we decided tonight to leave it all to you. You kind of ask us, discuss whatever you want to discuss. I'm open to suggestion. Obviously, keep it nice in the comments, but I don't doubt that for one minute anyway. Yeah, let me just see if I can do this piece of shit. Front camera. No, that's it. Sorry. It's just weird looking at yourself. That's better. So yeah, anybody who's got any questions, anybody want to talk about anything at
Oh,
all, carry on. And
Simon's posted a question at the top for us, guys. Let me tell you, this is a good one. I'm going to
if you
show
click
you.
it, that's it.
I up, boys. Have a question for each of you. What are your top 3 tarot pet peeves?
Right, okay, Simon. My first one is pick a card readings.
Yeah. A little bit. But, honestly, I have to tell you, Martin, when I just started and I didn't really have anyone to practice on, or people in my surroundings thought it was weird, shit like that, I used to post them up on my Instagram every week.
Okay,
And
let me just elaborate on it then. Not just pick a card meanings, what your person wants you to know.
so those pick a card, sort of like thirst trap love readings on that you see on YouTube over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Instagram pick a card readings are kind of cute, especially also because they're usually written. The very old fashioned swipe for the gemstone you picked, and then you get your card, and then you can read in the comments what it means, kind of.
Well, what's your first tarot pet peeve?
Man. Well, I think yours and mine are very similar. So, tarot pet peeve. Well, we did speak about this very elaborately. That people should use their words more wisely. For example, the
Mm-hmm.
whole discussion about what does reading intuitively mean, what does working with the deck mean, stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I'm guilty of this as well. What does this resonates with me or doesn't resonate with me? What does that mean? Um, I am actually thinking about doing a whole YouTube video where I kind of pull myself apart about these subjects, because I don't always know the answer to. But I feel like the words "I'm an intuitive reader" get flung around a lot, and
Yeah. I can get that one. Yeah, that's something to dig more into. My second tarot pet peeve is, drum roll, people taking a tarot course and then in 24 hours becoming a tarot reader.
yeah, oh
Yeah,
man,
that is a real pet peeve of mine.
like to even get the base, and even if you know the base meanings, you're not a reader yet. But to
No.
even properly get those into your long-term memory, it's probably going to be depending on how much time you put in it. But I'm a guy that works full time, so I'm guessing it took me about 2 to 3 months to actually get that into my long-term memory
Yeah,
without having.
yeah.
So you cannot be a tarot reader in a book at all.
What's
What?
your
Sorry,
second one?
Sorry, I read a very triggering name in the chat. I don't know why, but that kind of that kind of pissed me off. That seeing that name. Sorry. What's my second one?
Yeah.
My second one is. Sorry, I'm just laughing. I wish you could see the chat. Hold up. I'm going to send you a because Martin can't see the chat, guys.
Yeah, but if I put my iPad in the right position, I'm going to lose.
Oh no, don't do that. I will send you a WhatsApp picture so you can see the name that kind of freaked me out when I saw it. It's not any of the guys watching, but it's something that someone typed. Triggering name.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
So that's why it was kind of like.
So
Okay,
what's your second one?
Oh, my pet peeve. This is hard.
It in for me.
Well, another thing, I do have a whole video on this, by the way, but these are kind of new. People doing the whole tarot oracle reading thing, not because they actually love tarot and oracle, but because they want to get famous and become an influencer.
Yeah.
That's probably my biggest pet peeve.
And I'm not name dropping, but I do know a few.
Yeah, I mean, I know more than a few, and the annoying thing is, especially when they get good at becoming an influencer, those people will get really special chances just handed their way that other people have to work really hard for to get, and that definitely hurts me sometimes. Like because you guys may not know Martyn of Instagram. Some of you may, but Martyn has a huge following on Instagram. That didn't happen overnight.
No, it didn't. It took 6.5 years.
Yeah. So it's very similar to me. My profile's slowly growing, and I don't care about the amount of followers anyways. But,
no, mate, it takes time and it takes hard work and dedication, and it really does. And I think people can actually see the difference anyway,
yeah,
between people
in
who
the
get to
long run,
place.
hopefully. Yeah, but with those really famous ones that end up getting mass market book and deck releases and shit like that, they only become more and more famous. And
Yeah, they do.
and like I am this close to, and I know you are as well, to making an expose tell all documentary about how rotten the divination publishing world is.
Oh my god, what I know would make your fucking toes curl on here.
Very much. So that,
Yeah.
especially the people that start. It happens every year, kind of, where I get this whole wave of new followers that I'm like, oh, they look nice, I'm gonna follow them back. They never engage with you, and then after a day or so, they unfollow you again. Stuff like that.
On to our next tarot pet peeve, and mine is number 3, and this is going to be quite hard hitting because right, what pisses me off is when deck creators say this deck is inclusive. Inclusive of what? Because it's impossible for 78 cards to be inclusive, because there's all sorts of different types of people and cultures and ethnicities everywhere. Yes, you can be an LGBTQ inclusive deck. You can be a black deck. You can be a disabled deck. But you can't say that your deck's inclusive because it's impossible to do that in 78 cards. Diversity, yes, but not inclusive.
Yeah, I actually had a really nasty comment on one of my YouTube videos, but I'm guessing YouTube took it down themselves, or a couple people reported it. It was a really nasty person commenting about, I don't know, like how they didn't want to see any blacks in their tarot decks. And I was like,
I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised at all, because I have seen it fucking all, Levi, with these two eyes.
I was like, bitch, what?
Yeah, I know. And sometimes you just have to, like, have I just read that right or what? but you really have, and you can't
Yeah.
unsee it, and you can't forget about it. But I
Yeah.
have seen similar comments. I've seen people like, why do they keep putting all these guys in this deck and stuff like that? You think, fuck all the way off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't buy it then, you know.
Yeah.
So
Especially with that Sabbath Tarot, which I love, and I know you love too, but you just refuse to get it because it's too expensive, which is
yeah,
true. Um, I also got read some reviews of that saying, yeah, that it was too gay, and I was like, yeah, this is one of the 5 decks in existence that is made for gay men. You go over there and play with your Moonchild, Starchild, Rose Petal Oracle, Starseed Oracle, and Work Your Light Oracle, and all those other hyperfem decks, which there are hundreds and thousands of. Let me have my one fucking Sabbath Tarot.
yeah, exactly, yeah. But you can't, you know, none of us can, like, even with creators, and I do think sometimes creators get a bad rap, and especially when they're forced to kind of like, you know, when people like, I'm not going to say anything, but like, I mean, obviously, there's a particular page up on Instagram where they mark the deck down for black people, white people, gay people, disabled people. So basically, them saying to the creators, unless you tick all these boxes, which are 10 out of 10, we ain't going to fucking slaughter your deck live on air now. And I think creators are under this immense pressure now where even if they don't want to do something, they feel as though they have to.
Yeah, and I feel like it's not quite like that yet. However, there is kind of, I think it's kind of dwindling a little bit, but there at one point definitely was kind of this tarot mafia kind of vibe going on where you basically knew that if you didn't get this influencer, that page, and that YouTuber to show your deck on camera, you probably wouldn't get funded or get seen
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
get any recognition or any pre-orders. It was kind of like that. Like there are certain pages that have so much influence that even if and they might not even be aware of it, but you know, if they would like totally slate a deck, they would probably, you know, make the creator's life a living hell. However,
mm,
this is a perfect bridge to my last pet peeve. Um, the whole thing about never attacking the creator. Sylvain actually brought that up in one of his
yeah.
videos.
I agree with Sylvain.
Yeah, and he's here, by the way, in case you
Oh, is
didn't know.
he? Hello,
Yeah.
Sylvain. I can't see because I can't see anybody in the fucking chat. Sorry.
There's so many cool people here, Martin. If we forgot to mention you, sorry. But he was actually talking about this whole like thing where you are not supposed to attack the artist or the creator. And I mean, and by attacking, we mean being honest about what you feel like when you review a deck.
Hmm.
Um, and he was like, I'm kind of over that because this is it literally. And he showed a certain deck, and he said to me, this is literally a piece of shit that is being shoved down my throat. It is
Yeah,
literally, I'm paraphrasing here. Sorry, Sylvain, if I get it wrong, but this is literally insulting to me as a reader. Why would I be like super lovey dovey, huggy duggy doodah about this? And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah, you're kind of right. I mean, because this has very much become a business, and companies and even indie creators are pumping out deck after deck because there's a lot of money to be made. Do not forget, a deck costs you a high quality deck with a nice sturdy box. And, you know, for example, if you got this as an indie deck, good 2-part
hmm,
box, nice card stock, maybe even a little bit of gilding, costs about $10 a pop to produce. We're not talking about the hours you spend drawing, just the pure product itself. Um, why are we sometimes paying upwards of $80 or $90 for a deck?
Well, I won't. You know, I mean, if people want to, I mean, that's up to them. It's their prerogative, and You know, I mean, I just won't anyway.
It's a
And
very lucrative business, especially the whole. Hey, I'm doing like a sixth edition of my deck, so I'm running another Kickstarter. If the deck has sold out 5 times, so that would mean 5 times 500 copies. They have made at least 500, 5 times $580 a deck. They should be able to afford an next print run themselves. It's a very, it can get very ugly and nasty very quickly.
yeah, it can. And, you know, I mean, I've kind of like, I used to like rein it in a little bit on Instagram. I've always been like really honest, but when I used to do like live reviews on Instagram, you kind of feel like really under pressure because you've got so many people watching at once. It was different when you could pre-record it, but now I'm over on here and I can pre-record my own videos. I'm totally left to free reign, so I can say exactly what I want to say.
Mhm.
And if I personally don't feel as though, you know, like, you know, promotion work and stuff like that, I used to do a lot of promotion work, as you know. But the only reason if I did the promotion work was when the deck kind of like, let's use the word, resonated with me, so I knew I'd use it. Because if I wouldn't use it, I wouldn't expect anybody else to use it.
Uh-huh.
And this is why I've cut a lot of ties with the publishers as well, because they was just sending all sorts of shit, expecting you to not have any integrity and just review it for them. And all you're getting out of it, Levi, is a free fucking deck you can buy for £14 anyway.
Exactly. If you wait, like usually when decks come out, they get they are pretty expensive. I mean, because £20 or €25 doesn't necessarily feel like a lot, but if you count all the times you and I have spent that money,
Exactly that, yeah.
probably could have paid off both our houses. So,
Yeah, yeah, it's right, you
but
know. I was
but
having a
if you
conversation.
wait a little bit, if you don't want to get it day one, especially like decks like Rock Pools, Liminal Elevens, they fluctuate in price so much. Uh,
Yeah,
I really wanted those saltwater reading cards, but there was only like 36 cards in that deck, and I didn't really know if I liked them. And then a couple weeks back, it was £10 on, or even less, like £8 on Amazon, and I was like,
yeah.
okay, that's mine now. Then I
That's it,
mean,
you know, just if you're prepared to wait, just wait a bit. I mean, I've just paid 26 or 27 for the Taro Oscuro, which is
yeah,
fine because it's worth a lot more than that, the quality and everything. But I didn't care about the quality. You know, I wanted it for the artwork. But that is probably one of the most expensive um you know, mass market decks I've
yeah.
bought in recent times.
We have some couple of like really cool questions. Simon says, just to play devil's advocate, though, why would you not want to have diversity in your deck?
No, I would like diversity, Simon, but when creators say it's an inclusive deck, because it can't be. You know, it
Yeah,
can be to you know, a certain community or a marginalized group or something like that, but it
yeah.
can't be inclusive because it to include everybody. Diversity, yes, definitely.
Yeah, especially when you kind of do those like hyper modern kind of quirky decks, like Liminal 11 does a lot, and that one deck you have that where the cards are shaped like phones, you know. Um,
Oh, that real talk tarot, I love that.
yeah, that Real Talk Terror, all those more modern style decks
Yeah,
where it's like, hey, this is real life and we're quirky and cool. I feel like if you do a realistic deck like that, there should definitely be diversity. But an Oracle deck like this, these are all fucking fairies and aliens and
yeah.
dragons. Like
It's like the old say if you're doing like a reworking of the, you know, if you're doing like a reworking of the Tarot de Marseille, like the guy did on the second choice Marseille,
yeah,
you know, that was obviously his personal project, and I love that, you know.
yeah.
But like, I mean, say if like Joe Public was doing a reworking version of it, would you put like diversity in that then, because there was none originally, and then it can be classed as like tokenism?
I know that Tom Benjamin actually made a diverse Marseille. You can get it for really cheap from his Make Playing Cards account. So that's
Oh, I'll have to have a look
yeah,
at that then.
yeah, that's kind of a fun art project. But yeah, I kind of feel like when it's an when it's your own create, usually these tarot decks are the person's own creation.
Yeah,
People used to, not necessarily anymore because people are sniffing the money now, but people used to just make a dope as fuck deck for themselves and then, post with it on Instagram, get some responses. Hey, can I get this as well? Maybe they print some extra copies off of, make playing cards and sell them. More people got to see it, and it was kind of like this oil stain, this ripple effect. And
yeah.
maybe then they do a Kickstarter, but it used to be very personal. And, I didn't necessarily put a whole lot of black people in my deck.
No, I've had a conversation with a few people lately as well over the last few weeks about, like, inclusion index and stuff, and people are saying, well, if I wasn't kind of like brought up around anybody, if I lived in the middle of the countryside and everybody around me was heterosexual, there was no gay people, no black people, no disabled people, of course that's their life experience, so I'm just going to put what they saw in that deck and experienced, and I totally understand that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a difficult debate. I feel like if I were to all of a sudden try to draw all these black men, first of all, I wouldn't know how to do it, and it would feel like tokenism to me. But Toadstool Tarot says, I never had issues with and don't refrain from constructive criticism about decks, but never make personal insults about decks or their creators to me. That doesn't seem productive. True. However,
personal insults are different, but
I like to retain the right to insult someone's work, though.
yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because, like, I mean, how can you, like, I don't agree with going on social media and saying, like, basically, I think this person is a piece of shit, because that's really unkind.
Really
But
unkind.
but
Yeah.
like, I mean, if you're kind of like reviewing a deck, you're reviewing it because of your own personal opinion, what you think of the artwork, I think, and the readability.
Yeah, well, and that one time when I kind of discovered that fake as fuck promotion ring with all these like indie and mass market creators that were all buying each other's stuff, and
Would you
then
like to discuss that, Levi?
what?
Would you like to discuss that?
Well, I follow this really cool gay creator, and he has like really good taste. His tastes are very much in alignment with mine, and not gonna name him, but I am gonna name the deck we are talking about because all of a sudden he started posting with this. And when I mean creator, I mean he's a deck creator himself, but he also posts other people's decks. All of a sudden he started posting pictures up on his story, just a story about that Witchling Academia tarot. Remember that one?
Yeah,
And
Pamela
I was
Chen.
and I literally sent him, huh? Question mark, because that was not his thing at all. And I knew it. And he was like, what do you mean? I said, I'm sort of questioning your taste levels because I know that this is not your thing at all. So then he kind of broke it down for me and he said, no, we actually like promote each other's products. And then I started counting how many times I started seeing that deck, and the dots started being connected between these creators. And they were all constantly hyping up each other's stuff, kind of creating hype. And I realized that even though I feel like I'm a very assertive consumer, I had fallen for that hyping up before. And that made me feel so fucking filthy. Like, let the product sell itself. Let your mass market publisher do the advertisements. Don't do this. It just felt so fucking nasty. And ever since, whenever I see the name Pamela Chen, and I know everybody loves her, I'm like, ugh, I can't stand the sight of either one of her.
There's been like sneaky and lacking integrity, and we've been talking about this for a while. I mean, I don't understand tarot clicks. I really don't. I remember when somebody told me that there was a group going on over on Instagram, and they said, oh, if you join this group, you're going to get so many likes and stuff. I could not care less.
Yeah, I got that same message. I think you and I both got it. And
you know who it was from, don't you? They've gone now.
Yeah.
And this is the only reason why they were on Instagram in the first place. was to monetize from the whole experience and not because they wanted to know anything about the tarot.
Yeah, and at first when they messaged me, I thought it was about growth in the esoteric sense of the word,
Yeah,
personal growth, healing, personal growth. No, no, no. We were just talking numbers. Nothing more, nothing less.
yeah, yeah. I know.
So so like when you kind of start to get to know more people that are also working on the inside of publishers or that have very successful decks. One person that I really love is, for example, Maria,
Yeah,
because she funds most of her stuff herself.
yeah.
I
I
think in
know.
the past she's only done one Kickstarter for that Astro Soul deck,
Yeah,
that first deck she did. She used the profits that she got off of that to make all her other decks up till now. Now that she has that new colorway out, she is doing another Kickstarter. But she doesn't participate in these shenanigans at all. At all.
and
So
while we're on the subject, Maria is the person behind Studio Artemy. She's got the Kickstarter running now of the Fortuna Tarot Opal
addition.
Opal something edition. Yeah, Opal. Yeah, I forgot. So it's in my bio. Actually, it's linked in my stories today. Because I'm helping Maria out. So yeah, you can back it. I've backed it, and so it's gorgeous. Do I want a light deck with rainbow colours on? Of course, I fucking do.
I would like to have it, but I already have the green version, so I'm good for now.
I've
But
already got the purple version, but
if she ever wants to send some our way, wouldn't say no. I
yeah.
love that deck. Oh man, I love that deck so much because it looks so simple.
You
Some
know
people,
what? There's an hashtag Simon made me do it, and there's going to be another one now because Maria made me do it because I've had this book come today all because of Maria, Tarot and Astrology.
yes,
And also this one I've had for a couple of years and I've never even opened it.
tarot correspondences. Yeah, it's so interesting, and I'm not saying I'm good at it, but I find it so fascinating, and the way she created her deck, it's so easy to incorporate those astrological elements, and it's just mind
Yeah.
blowing. So, let's see. Do you keep track of your collections? If so, how? If not, why? I don't.
Gerald, mine are actually half of my collection, probably 60% of it is in bags ready to go. Because the decks I don't use, I've never loved, or I never would use. So I've probably got about 40% of my collection now. I know where I've got because it's all out. But another probably 50 of these are going as well.
Yeah, definitely. Simon has made some more points about the inclusivity. The way I see it, in 100 years' time, when people look back, wouldn't it be great for the deck to reflect the world in which we actually live right here and right now? Well, there's something to say about that.
It
I'm
would be,
very
Simon, but wouldn't it be fucking depressing? You know what I
a
mean?
a little bit. I have this thing for like really abstract or very high fantasy out of this world decks. For example, that everyday enchantment tarot
Which one's that one now?
uh,
That
with
Yasmin woman.
I don't know. I think it's one of Simon's favorites, and he's gonna hate me for this
Oh, the
everyday.
Poppy Paling one.
Yeah, with that
Yeah,
woman
yeah,
on
yeah.
the box cover with the very British teeth.
Yeah.
I loathe that deck. I cannot.
Very British teeth. You can fuck all the way off, Levi.
Hello, love. It's not for me. Decks like that just don't work for me. Stuff like the Marielle or
So you don't kind of like decks showing pictorial scenes of people doing stuff, do you really? And
not
everyday
re-
life decks.
not really, and definitely not everyday life decks at all.
So
No,
do you not like the Next World Tarot? Because I love
no,
that.
fucking hate it. Sorry, it doesn't work for me. Tarot for me is also kind of a form of escapism, and for me that is kind of like, this is so funny. I have these arguments with my boyfriend all the time because he loves human interest, TV shows, reality TV shows. He loves documentaries. I like fucking the dark. I like watching the fucking Dark Crystal and Hocus Pocus on repeat every other day.
Yeah.
And that's what I've always been like. And I could pretend like that's not the case with tarot, but I've had some of those. Ooh, we're so realistic and quirky decks, and I've already always given them away because they don't work for me at all. But I do agree with the sentiment, definitely. But
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me personally, I don't buy those products. So, one that is kind of like that would be this one, but it's still very high fantasy, I feel.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, I kind of like both. I mean, I haven't really got any realist decks apart from the
That
Midnight
real
City.
talk,
The what?
that real talk tarot.
Yeah, but like not super real, showing different kind of daily situations. I ain't got nothing like that now. Oh, I have. I got the Llewellyn Guyon Tarot, which I can't get rid of. Why will nobody buy that? I've got a copy of the Llewellyn Guyon Tarot, not the one with the ugly borders, and the guidebook. And I've been trying to sell it for ages, and nobody loves it, and everybody says they love it.
I thought that was like one of the most sought after decks.
And
Blah blah
me,
blah.
yeah, I
Okay.
did as well.
Let's see. Um. hmm. Oh yeah, our reality is though, if you do end up having a successful channel and or Facebook group, you automatically get labeled as a click. Sad but true. Well,
Yeah,
we kind of had that experience as well because we started seeing more and more people on our Instagram lives, and we started becoming friends with them, and we started tagging each other, all of us, every day, and we've stopped doing that at one
yeah,
point.
we don't do that anymore.
No.
And then when we started our channel, it was just us. And then when people like got wind of it, oh, can I come on your channel with you? Can I come on your channel? And you're thinking, well, there was somebody who come on our channel the once. What the fuck we had them on there for? I don't know. Because do you remember Levi? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh man, we've gotten one day we're gonna tell the story, but we got used the house down boots by some people that are getting lots of that are having lots of success headed their way, and I know that Western karma is bullshit, but I hope karma is getting them soon because
Well, let's just say keep your eye on my channel in June.
yeah, June is going to be a very same here. Also on my
Yeah,
channel, going to be a very important month for the both
it
of
is.
us
Yeah, yeah, for
because we
both of
can
us.
finally get our
That Scorpio sting is going to be lashing everywhere.
yeah, it's going to be a very vindictive month. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. History is meant to be depressing, Martin.
It is. It is right. Yeah, do a deck of this. The last 2 years. Oh my God! Imagine.
Yeah, definitely. Um, let's see. Some people are with me on not liking those realistic decks. Okay, well, anyone can like. That's the great thing. When I discovered that there was more than one deck, I didn't really I found out. I started, browsing online, and there already was a lot. But in like the last 2 or 3 years, it has exploded so much that there literally is something for everyone out there,
That's
right?
it. And even though I don't understand why people complain about like this, that, and the other, because there is a deck out there for everyone now. And another thing, talking about decks, I'll tell you what. Now, have you got the Wizard's Tarot by Corinne Kenner?
No,
Have you seen it?
I don't really care for
They've
it.
all got pointy hats on it now. I ain't seen a flip through of it.
I actually, for some reason, all these unicorn decks that I've been collecting have, I don't know, they have a funny effect on me. I get really sweary when I
Like
use
I
them.
do with the Tarot de Marseille.
A little bit. So I was typing up this reading this week, and I kind of want to read it out loud for the people in the back. No, just kidding. All the people here are amazing. But listen, what the fuck do these unicorns have to say? This was for International Unicorn Day. It's okay to be different, but be yourself. Don't be things you think others want to see, because that's not why you're here. You'll only attract your tribe when you are authentically you. If being authentically you involves wearing a cloak and a pointy hat, by all means, do it. But if the cloak and the pointy hat are only worn because you think that's what's needed to fit in with a certain crowd, you'll always feel hollow and shit inside. So before you go out to buy that pointy hat, figure out who the fuck you are, because what you want to be is not necessarily what you're gonna be. Okay, thanks. And that's all I have to say on that.
Well, I ain't going to be wearing a fucking pointy hat anytime soon.
No, me either. When will you do the late night readings with the curlers in your hair?
Later, Gerald. Later.
But you know what we should do? We should start a Patreon for the secret after show where we actually spill all the tea.
We should do, yeah. I'm going to have my curlers in my hair with an headscarf on. A spam sandwich.
Gerald actually sent me a picture of him wearing a lovely fortune teller headband.
It's fab, isn't it?
Right there. Yeah, really fab.
We love you, Gerald. We really do, honestly.
Let's see. And our lives are always a bumpy ride, let me tell you that. Isn't the pandemic deck the tower one? That one is actually quite cute and clever. That tower deck.
Oh, is there a tower deck? I ain't noticed that.
Every card is the tower, but you'll see, instead of seeing those random people fall out of the tower, you'll see the Empress fall out of the tower. Or
I'll have to have a look at that then. Yeah.
It's cute. You know who uses that a lot? Lisa Pappas' wife, Peggy. She uses it. She does these very whimsical pick a card readings where that are kind of modeled after all those kind of icky pick a card reading channel videos.
Yeah.
But then it said she basically titles them "What You Need to Hear," not what you want to hear. And she has this tarot cloth with pieces of shit on the print. And then she uses that deck, and then she has a little toilet instead of all the crystals and stuff.
We need that. We need a cloth with pieces of shit on it. Now, talking of decks, right? I watched Sandra's video from the Whispering Well, and I got incredibly jealous because Sandra's video was a VR to Simon's workhorse decks.
Ooh.
And one of them was the Crowley Tarot. Have you seen it?
The what?
The Crowley Tarot.
The Crowley Tarot is in the Thoth Tarot?
No. It's an indie version. It's Sandra's is the black and white one. Oh my God, it's amazing.
Okay, but I can't really. When I type in the Crowley Tarot, I get, because I'm in the Netherlands, I don't get it because our Dutch translation of the Thoth is called the Crowley Tarot.
There's another one for pre-order. That's a different one, borderless. And it's amazing. Sandra sent me oh, hang on, I can send you the link to it because Sandra sent it me via text message earlier. It's fab, honestly, Levi. But Sandra's got the one that's out of print. Rain Coast Tarot, the website is.
Rain Coast Tarot. Let me look that up because you can always make me happy with a good Thoth.
The Tarot of Crowley, $52, and it's free shipping.
Raincoasttarot.com.
Hang on, I'll just send it you via WhatsApp.
Oh, but I actually have it on here. Oh, I think I may have. But okay, we get deck guides, but I want.
If anybody has got a spare copy of that deck, lying around.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, please message me.
Yeah, that's very you.
It is very me.
It's not very me.
I love the black and white one. Actually, talking of black and whites, I am getting rid of my postcard. No, it's not. I call that. Wait. I've got a few. You
mean you're giving that to me?
No, Levi, I'm not. Behave your fucking self. You get enough out of me.
I know.
You know that deck, one was called Postcards from Liminal Space or something, the black and white one, the smaller one. I've used it twice. I'm never going to use it, so I'm getting rid of that. I'm also getting rid of a brand new Seal Gothmancy Tarot I'm selling. I'm also getting rid of the Celestial Tarot and the Celestial Oracle I'm selling brand new. So DM me over on Instagram if anybody's interested. Because sadly, you can't DM on here.
Yeah, honestly, that Visions from the Liminal Space Oracle is really cool, but I get why it's not for you.
Yeah, yeah. It just
And
seems a
it's
lot of money to spend on something that you're only going to use once or twice.
Well, to be quite honest, guys, if you like want to buy stuff off of Martyn and or me, sometimes we both have stuff that we kind of like. Sometimes we also gift each other a lot, and I give things to my friends, and Martyn gives things to his friends. But sometimes you have those decks that were, a little bit more expensive than your standard mass market one, so you kind of want to sell them. But both Martyn and I never really asked top-notch prices for them because
No, not at all. No, they will come at
just
a
so you get
bargain
a little
price.
bit back.
Yeah, yeah. Just so I get a little bit back. I played bloody £60 for that. I think it was, or something like that. £50. I don't know. But yeah, you know what I'm doing. I'm trying to cull my deck collection down to the basic minimum what I want to keep.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's not much room for much else. I mean, I back Maria's deck. There ain't nothing that really kind of takes my fancy now.
No, not at all. There's barely anything that's coming out where I'm like, let me check my Amazon wish list really quickly because I'm not even really checking for indie decks anymore because they keep getting more and more expensive by the day.
There's that Queer Tarot's coming out next month. Have you seen the card images on that?
I don't like that.
Don't you like it? I do like it, actually.
It's once again, it's very you.
It's very colourful and in your face, like me, innit?
All I really, really, really want, but it's difficult to get, is this: the Hummingbird Wisdom Oracle.
Was it so difficult to get?
Because it's Schiffer decks are really hard to come by over here in the Netherlands.
And them so bloody expensive as well, anyway.
Yeah, like it's so that's a bit weird. What else is on my wish list that I'm actually serious about? I've been kind of doubting that Margaret Peterson. It's been in and out of my basket a lot, but I don't know if
I can't deal with the borders on it.
And then there was this book called Bohemian Magic. It's a gorgeous book, really, really pretty. This is what it looks like. It's a hardcover book. The insides look very pretty, very shabby chic. You would like it. So I saw this book, and I've been thinking about buying it. But the little problem I have with it is I listened to an interview with the author, and I thought she was absolutely fabulous. The problem I have with it is that it has things in it like, make this book yours completely. Put on some lipstick and put your lips right here on the page, and then it will have
They're in a problem for me, love.
No, exactly. But things like that kind of put me off. Is that weird?
No, you can always kiss the book. What's wrong with that?
Well, I don't know. I'm not really one for workbooks, where
When you get to your mum, put a bit of a lippy on, take your book with you.
I may get that, but as far as decks go and new decks go, nothing really strikes my fancy at all. Oh yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do something incredibly stupid now. Right? Bear with me. No, you're not going out.
What the hell is he doing? Oh, and by the way, Ellen is from the Netherlands too. Yay! I'd love to know where you're from, Ellen. Maybe we live close by. That could be fun. Did you know that Ellen is from the Netherlands as well?
Is she really? Oh, yeah. Ellen, I didn't know that, and I've known Ellen for a few years now, and I honestly didn't know that.
Yeah, she says because it's really, really, really bad now. The cost of shipping and taxes makes indie decks too expensive for me, and I love the Threads of Fate, right?
Yeah.
And we have this shop here in the Netherlands called the House of Formlab. They used to sell cool indie decks, but they started their brick and mortar store just before the pandemic started, and all they sell right now is basically crystals. They still sell some decks, but they haven't really gotten anything new in because they have to. Because crystals are super popular and they have to keep the store going. It had to keep the store going. So it's kind of been so, but I message with the owner a lot and I asked them about the new Threads of Fate decks because, as pricey as they are, I do like them. And she told me that this is classified information, but I'm going to share it anyways, that they are no longer doing wholesale. So that means that they are forcing you to order through them, and I'm not going to pay 25
No.
25 euro
expensive.
shipping on top of that deck price. Not at all.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my TikTok moment on here. Because what you're all going to do now in the chat box, because I can't say nothing, so Levi's going to read the questions out. I'm going to randomly flick through the Book of Answers by Carol Bolt.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. Ooh, I could also take a book like that because I have it handy, actually.
Go on. Because, this is like the best form of divination you could ever use. And I think it's fab, for a bit of light-hearted fun and, to have a laugh. You got the Daily Oracle. Right, so who's got a question in the question box? Right, and this is just a free-for-all. So there's no... Do what you want. Ask what you want.
Yeah, ask us questions, guys. And I will put the question up on the screen so you can see it as well.
And I'm going to flick.
Question for Martyn. What did you dream about last night?
What, from the book or?
From the book, yes.
From the book. It won't answer me anything like that, will it? Because it says a substantial effort will be required. So, Joan, clearly, I need to put more effort into my dreaming.
Okay, then we're gonna do okay, but we got actual questions. Oh, hold up. Some fun ones. Oh, we're getting so many questions.
Rowan, will I get married this year?
We're gonna start at the top.
Go on.
Hold up. Simon, will I get married this year?
Okay, Simon, let me flick the page. Take charge. So you've got to be a dumb daddy in this situation.
I got normal is a setting on the dryer.
Take charge. Dom daddy vibes, Simon. Dom daddy vibes.
So what this is telling me is that, yeah, you need to embody your dom top daddy energy a little bit more, and
it's the new normal.
Become a bit more extravagant, because normal is a setting on the dryer. That's not you. Okay. What are my ancestors telling me in this moment, Rowan?
Okay, Ro. Right, your ancestors are telling you. They are saying yes, but don't force it. Now, don't force what, where? This is what they're telling me. So this is the message from your ancestors. I can feel it coming right down now my third eye. And it's like, yes, but don't force it. So whatever you've asked your ancestors, that's your answer.
Well, I got kindness sometimes means saying no.
Well, that's ironic because we had a conversation, me and Rowan, on video today.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. And this is coming not from my third eye, but from my root chakra.
Okay.
Candy, should I date again after 5 years single?
Okay, Candy. Right, okay. And you have got a resounding yes.
I got let go or be dragged.
So, yes.
So you have to do it,
Yeah, you have got to do
it. What is my aunt thinking, for fuck's sakes?
Tony, hang on. Right, okay then. Right. I hope it answers questions like this. Your aunt's telling you you don't really care anyway. So
your aunt's telling you don't stay so long exploring your inner world that you're trapped there.
There you go. Wise aunt advice indeed.
Ellen says, do I need more decks?
Well, I can tell you yes, Ellen, without the book, but I will use the book. Right, okay.
It probably doesn't.
It will actually remain unpredictable. So at the moment, your spirit guides have no answer for you.
I have the past is in the past.
And that probably means, well, leave your decks that you've already got very basically in the past and buy new ones.
Probably. Let's see. Do we have more? Do we have more? Do we have more? Simon says, "I'm taking the Mickey. I hate those types of questions." Yeah, of course. Flick the page. Is this a new euphemism? That nickname better not. Oh my God, people.
Come on, I want to flip my page.
Look what Rowan is saying.
My third eye is throbbing. I'm telling you, it really is throbbing tonight. I'm getting so many downloads, honestly.
Same here. I'm channeling everything. Sarb, how can I get to be dirty levels of rich without any effort?
Okay, right, Sarb, we'll see what your spirit guides want you to know.
I'm holding it close to my heart.
You obviously need a sugar daddy because it says tell someone what it means to you. Right, so that's there. Your answer in black and white.
I got a very generic addition to that. Everybody feels this way.
I do actually, yeah. True.
We all want it. So, if you want to get it, find yourself that sugar daddy.
Find yourself a sugar daddy.
Moran wants the same question as Sarb.
Okay, Moran. You need to take the initiative, Moran. So get yourself on them dating sites after girl. Sugardaddies.com.
Yeah, or sugarbabies.com, or maybe change out the grinder for scruff. I don't know. I got for you. You can't see in front of you when you're carrying such a large burden around. Drop it.
That book's pretty good, isn't it?
It is. It's actually really good.
Is that boy that Jericho Mandiberg?
Yes, the ever so fabulous Jericho Mandiberg. Talking of creators that really deserve their publication.
Yeah.
Because she's not had it easy. Let's see. Toadstool Tarot. How can I become less grumpy?
Are you a Scorpio or a Gemini? Right, okay. You need to seek out more options. So obviously this means doing something that's important or shows, what you're interested in, basically.
Life is a school. Don't be one of those kids who thinks they already know everything. That's some interesting. I didn't say this book wasn't hard hitting.
Pretty good, isn't it, that book?
Yeah. Julie, how is house hunting going to turn out?
Oh, okay, girl. Julie, right. Speak up about it, Julie. Right. So obviously you need to be firm about your decisions, where you want to be and where you want to go. Don't get pushed around. You say exactly where you want to go.
And focus on protecting your energy before you worry about anything else. So
cool, isn't it?
So that's very much an affirmation of what Martyn just.
How is this different than using a tarot deck, really?
It's not. It really isn't. There's another one like this out right now. I think it's called The Oracle.
Yeah, I did look at that actually, Levi, but I didn't buy it. It's only about a tenner.
Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty cool as well. And I also have that Oracle book that you once used.
Yeah.
Anita. Levi Anita.
Levi Anita, yeah, remember that? That was hilarious. How about that, Anita? This is a good time to make a new plan.
And if you do, make it as fabulous as you want, because there is no shame in shining.
How cool is that for an answer? I might start taking this seriously. I'm just going to take a picture of my book page and put it up on Instagram every day now.
Right? Oh, some people are leaving because their lunch break is over. Oh, Moran wants a Turkish Algerian sugar daddy. Yeah, I've heard things about those. Can I get some advice for the weekend, meeting the in-laws. Dot dot dot.
Lovely Nat. Hang on, Nat. Okay, there is good reason to be optimistic.
However, if you want the truth, simply strip away every illusion.
So this is basically saying then, if you need to speak your mind, fucking speak it.
Yes. So if shit goes down, I've been doing this, and it's served me well. So, how much fun was that? Bibliomancy.
It was
Hey.
brilliant. Honestly, I just thought about that when we was doing it, and I just thought, because we said we weren't going to do anything planned tonight, and
Really good idea, because this is actually in, because you know that Willem isn't into this divination crap at all, right?
Yeah.
He himself put this in our cabinet of curiosities in the living room.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he likes this a lot. So
yeah, it's a nice book, and it's something different, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's also like so many different versions of the Book of Answers now. There's a love version. There's a
I know there is, yeah.
like different editions. I think it's really interesting. It's the oldest form of divination, basically.
It's good actually. We always use my old Book of Answers fell apart, and mine was like, this is the new one. It was a red cover. Mine was originally, I think, with a question mark on the front of it.
Oh, really? That's really old.
Yeah. This is the new one now. It's been out for years. This has.
It's such a good idea. Book of Answers.
1999.
The Book of Answers. Let's see. The Book of Answers, because there should be like more versions of it. I do have that The Oracle book by Georgia.
Yeah, I've got that in eye.
Yeah, that one's kind of fun. I don't think I prefer it over the actual Book of Answers or
Have you got the Book of Answers as well?
Yeah, I have a mini version somewhere upstairs. Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, it's cool,
Yeah.
So, that about wraps it up, don't it, for this week?
Would you like to pull me a card and I pull you a tarot card?
Of course. We're not going to find the deck. Let me find the deck. Let me find. Because I've had a clear out today again.
Oh, again?
Again, yeah.
Oh, look at you. Look at Martyn's groin, y'all. No OnlyFans subscription required. Ooh, and we can even see a bit of his tummy. Ooh, it's getting saucy up in here.
I'll pull you a deck. I'll pull you a deck. Pull you a card.
You're gonna pull my deck.
Pull your deck anytime, love.
Have you ever seen that Australian deck cleaner advertisement?
No,
I have the best looking deck in the neighborhood.
I'm always taking the piss out of Marvin, actually, because have you heard him say deck?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let me pull Levi a card.
Oh, and we should probably put the in-laws comment down. Yeah.
Levi, you have the 3 of Pentacles. So instead of trying to be stubborn as fuck like I know you are and trying to do everything by yourself, it is okay to pull other people in to make your life just that little bit easier.
Yeah.
And we all know that like collaborations and working together as part of a team are a lot more easier than trying to do it by yourself out of stubbornness and pig-headedness.
True. I've actually been practicing that a lot today, and it's definitely an upcoming theme for me tomorrow at work.
That's good. Then. That's really, really good.
Yeah. Well, for you, I've also got a 3. I've got the 3 of Swords.
Fabulous.
A lot of people read this as heartbreak and stuff like that, and while astrologically it may kind of be like that, I see the 3s as growth, and you know this, right? So the 3s are all about you need to, in order for your mind to expand and your thoughts to become clearer and your communication to be more clear and more sharp, you need to reel the emotions in a little bit. Something needs to like be diminished a bit in order for you to mentally get to that level where you need to be at right
It's
now.
strange because I mean, like I don't give a fuck and I open up. Somebody has crossed that line with me in the last couple of weeks. And I feel unless I say something, it's just going to fester and fester and fester. And I was going to say something today, and I thought, no, I'm not going to say nothing, but I am going to say something. Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, it's about time I, put that to rest.
Before we leave, one last tip from Candy.
Yes.
Horror books are fun for bibliomancy.
Oh, Candy, that's so cool.
Really good idea. Oh man. I have so many books on my to read stack, but you know what I really want to read? That Scarlet Gospels one by Clive Barker. I've read that like 20 times already.
No way, because I was just going to say to you, that's what I'm reading at the moment.
Oh really? It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite. It's such a good book, Martyn.
It's amazing. Have you got the Books of Blood as well?
No, I don't. You want to know why I don't have them? I do want to get them because I listened to this podcast where they review kids' horror books from the 90s that I used to read as a kid, but they reference kind of adult horror literature as well. And she was talking about a story out of one of the volumes of the Books of Blood. And I was like, yeah, because I was like, oh, I kind of want to read that now. But I'd only ever seen the movie, Books of Blood.
Yeah.
Which was kind of bad.
It was crap, wasn't it? But the book's completely different. But I love that. I'm on about page 50 of the Scarlet Gospels at the minute.
It's really good. Like seriously, oh man. At one point, oh man, I don't want to spoil anything for you, but it's have you already read the part where he has to jerk off this demon?
Not yet, no. That could actually be me.
Clive Barker is so gay. I love it.
Must be a fucking bibliography or something.
Probably,
Biography.
Yeah. you're gonna love that book. Like, oh man. And on that note, let's end the live, and maybe you can stay for a couple of minutes in the behind the scenes for a little
in the green room.
In the green room. Love you all.
Love you all. Thank you.
Bye bye. Let's end the broadcast.